Welcome back, everyone. Ready for another deep dive.
Always.
All right, so today we're wading into the world of media commentary.
Oh, buckle up.
Yeah, things can get a little messy there.
A little bit.
We're looking specifically at this recent news piece about Megyn Kelly and Joy Reid.
Two big names.
Big names, and they are not holding back. Let's just say that.
No.
Our source material is an article from the Daily Beast, published February 24th, 2025.
Very recent.
And the headline kind of says it all. Megyn Kelly slams Joy Reid, thrilled she's gone.
Ooh, juicy.
Yeah, so right off the bat, we're dealing with some strong opinions here.
Yeah, you don't bury the lead with a headline like that. That's for sure.
No, you don't. So for our listeners who maybe aren't, totally up on their media personalities, can you give us a little background on Megyn Kelly and Joy Reid?
Sure. So Megyn Kelly, she's a former Fox News anchor, also spent some time at NBC. She's known for being, well, outspoken, you could say.
Outspoken, yeah.
She's got a reputation for, not shying away from controversy. Some would even say she courts it.
Right.
But she's also a skilled interviewer, and she's got a big following, especially among conservatives. Now, Joy Reid, she recently left MSNBC, where she was the host of The Readout, which was a pretty prominent show.
Yeah, I remember that show.
Yeah, very much known for her progressive views, very vocal critic of, well, a lot of things, but particularly of, right-leaning politicians and policies.
Right.
So you've got these two women, both strong personalities, very different viewpoints. So it's not exactly surprising that there might be some friction there.
Yeah, and you mentioned that Reid recently left MSNBC. Can you expand on that a little? What were the circumstances of her departure? Was it her choice, or was there more to it?
Well, that's where things get a little murky. The article doesn't really delve into the specifics of her exit, which honestly just adds to the intrigue, doesn't it?
Right.
But regardless of the why, it's clear that Megyn Kelly is, well, he's not exactly shedding any tears about it.
No, not at all. That "thrilled she's gone" comment, that's pretty loaded. What do you think that tells us about their relationship?
I mean, it definitely suggests that there wasn't a lot of love lost between them.
Right.
These are two women who've built their careers on having strong opinions, and those opinions have often put them on opposite sides of, well, just about every issue.
And this isn't the first time they've butted heads publicly, right?
Oh, absolutely not. I mean, they've traded barbs on social media. They've criticized each other's work. It's been a pretty long-running fuse, at least in the public eye.
And this latest comment from Kelly, it seems like it's kind of fanning the flames of that feud.
For sure. And it makes you wonder, what's her motivation here? Is she just, taking a victory lap? Or is there something more strategic going on?
Yeah, because it's one thing to have these kind of, behind-the-scenes disagreements, but to put it out there so publicly, so bluntly.
Exactly. It feels deliberate, doesn't it?
It does.
Like she's trying to send a message. And I think there are a few possible interpretations here. On the one hand, maybe she's just expressing genuine dislike. Like, they really did not get along, and she's happy to see Reid gone. Plain and simple.
Just a personal thing.
Yeah, but, she's also a savvy media personality. So it's also possible that she's trying to make a broader statement. Maybe she's taking a shot at MSNBC, trying to paint them as too liberal, too biased, look who they were giving a platform to, that kind of thing.
Interesting.
Or, and this is pure speculation, but maybe it's even a way to elevate her own profile, position herself as the voice of reason, the antidote to what she sees as Reid's brand of commentary.
The anti-Reid, so to speak.
Exactly.
It's fascinating to think about all the Lakers here and the potential impact of a statement like this, because Kelly has a lot of influence. She's got a huge following.
Oh, yeah.
So when she comes out and says something like this about Reid, it's not just gossip. It's shaping the narrative. It's influencing how people view Reid, how they view MSNBC, maybe even how they view news and commentary in general.
Absolutely. And that's where things get a little concerning.
How so?
Well, because it feeds into this larger trend of media polarization. Everything's so black and white, us versus them. And when you have these big personalities, these influencers constantly attacking each other, it just reinforces that divide.
Right.
And it makes it harder for people to have nuanced conversations, to consider different perspectives. Everyone just retreats to their own echo chambers, and the common ground just shrinks and shrinks.
And that's not good for anyone, really.
No, not at all. I mean, we need to be able to disagree, to debate, but we also need to be able to do it respectfully. to listen to each other, to try to understand where the other side is coming from.
Right, right.
And when you have these kind of public feuds, these takedowns, it just makes that much harder to do.
Yeah, it's more about the drama, the gotcha moment, than it is about actually engaging in a productive dialogue.
Exactly.
So where do we go from here? I mean, this whole situation with Kelly and Reid, it feels like it's a symptom of a bigger problem.
It is, and I don't have all the answers, but I think part of the solution lies with us, the consumers of media.
What do you mean?
Well, we have to be more discerning. We can't just passively absorb everything we see and hear. We have to question things, to think critically about the information we're being given, to consider the source, the bias, the motivation behind it.
Be more media literate, basically.
Exactly.
And I think that's something we try to do on this show, right? To dig deeper, to unpack the complexities, to present different perspectives.
Absolutely.
Because ultimately it's not about, picking a side. It's about understanding the whole picture.
Right. And it's about being aware of how these media dynamics work, how they can shape our understanding of the world.
And how they could be used to manipulate us, to divide us.
Exactly.
Well, this has been quite a deep dive, wouldn't you say?
I think so.
We've seen Megyn Kelly take a pretty public swipe at Joy Reid, which has raised a lot of questions about their relationship, about Kelly's motives, and about the broader media landscape.
It's a microcosm of a lot of the challenges we're facing right now.
Absolutely. So to our listeners, we encourage you to keep thinking about these issues, to be critical consumers of media, and to engage in thoughtful dialogue, even when it's difficult.
Because that's how we move forward.
Exactly. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.